Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and I'm a little bit aggravated at the experience that I've just gone through trying to get some steel targets. So, if you guys don't already know, Champion, what are they called? Champion Range and Target. It's a kind of a budget company when it comes to like targets and other gun related things like bipods and clay pigeon throwers. They started making these steel targets at pretty reasonable prices, and you can get them from places like Walmart, Bass Pro, I guess Dick's, and just different retail stores. It's about the only AR-500 steel targets that you can actually just go into a store and buy. Everything else is pretty much online, and they sell them for pretty reasonable prices. So I'm going to show you some images of the targets that they make and the MSRPs on them. Okay, so this is Champion's actual target page. It tells you how much the targets should cost, MSRP. This is the 3/8 inch, 8 inch gong, and that retails, or MSRPs, for $39.95. If you go up here and click on the 4 inch target, it MSRPs for $14.95. And then of course there's the 1/4 inch target, 8 inch gong for $31.95. So that's the MSRPs on the actual targets. Alright, and next I'm going to show you the price that you can typically find the 4 inch plates at Walmart. Now these are 4 inch, 3/8 inch thick, so they're the rifle rated targets. So at my Walmart they only offer 2 targets. They offer the 4 inch target for $12.94, and they offer the 8 inch 1/4 inch thick target for like $28. Okay, and as you can see, that's a couple dollars cheaper than the actual MSRP on Champion's website, which is typically how things work in the gun industry. The MSRP on a gun is a certain dollar amount, and then typically what you pay street price is quite a bit lower. It works the same with these targets. The MSRP is one price, and you can pay a few dollars less street price, which is normally what you would do. So what I found were these targets that they appear, everything on the website kind of indicates that they're 8 inch targets. Well, I guess not everything on the website, but it's kind of mixed. But everything that I see would indicate that it's an 8 inch target with a 3/4 or 3/8 inch thickness. So this is what I told my sister to buy. So the targets I told my sister to buy were these targets right here, sold by a seller known as Big World. The description is Champion AR-500 3/8 gong 8 round steel target, gong 3/8 targets, metal steel AR-500 target for Champion 8 round rifle AR-500, blah blah blah. Anyway, so you see AR-500 3/8, so that indicates 3/8 inch thickness. Gong 8, which naturally you would think 8 inch round steel target. The 3/8, this is a very poor example of a description, and this needs to be addressed. So down here, metal steel AR-500 target 4. Now, this is the only 4 in the description, but it's also followed by Champion 8 round rifle, which is very confusing. Is this a 4 inch target, or is this an 8 inch target? And of course the picture here is of the 4 inch target, but this could be a stock photo. And, they do this on websites all the time when they sell things and say that their photos are just stock and they just have one photo for all the different things that they actually sell. So, but if you go over here and you click on the seller's name, it'll bring you up to this page right here, and Gong 8-inch round steel target. So this right here indicates that this should be an 8-inch target for $24.99, which is a good price on an 8-inch target. So you can see why I would think that that would be an 8-inch version of the target that they would send me, right? You know, why would I pay double for a 4-inch target? But indeed, they sent me the 4-inch versions of the target. So my sister basically got ripped off. Now, after receiving these targets in the mail, I immediately was pretty pissed off because that's not what they're leading you to believe that you're buying. So they're basically charging you double for the smallest, least expensive target that they sell, and basically ripping you off. So I contacted the seller on Walmart.com, which, by the way, their email address looks like a fake email address, and I didn't hear anything back for a couple days. But I also sent an email. I tracked down the company that actually sent them, which, amazingly enough, the information on Walmart.com indicates that they're from California, and the package itself was sent from West Virginia. Okay, so that's kind of a red flag there. The package itself actually came from what looks like a pawn and gun shop. Like it's like a, you know, it's got jewelry and loan in the name, but they also sell like guns and gun related things on their website. But these targets weren't on the website. So I sent them an email, and they responded first and said that it sounds like my sister bought these targets on Amazon and that she got exactly what she paid for, which is bogus because it was bought on Walmart.com. We didn't buy it on Amazon. The price difference is like significant from what an 8-inch target versus a 4-inch target should be. So I replied back saying, no, this is where we got them, and this is how much we paid. I have all the emails that were sent, the confirmation emails, the tracking emails. So, you know, basically what I want is, I either want to send them back these targets. If they're going to overcharge for these targets, I want them sent back and just have the money refunded so I can use that money for buying the targets that I want, because I shouldn't have to pay this much for a 4-inch target. And they sent another response back right away saying that they only sell them on Amazon, which is not true, because I looked on Amazon and tried to find this seller on Amazon selling these targets, and they're nowhere to be found. So they don't sell them on Amazon. So I replied back with a very lengthy email with pictures illustrating the entire process. I sent them pictures of how much the targets I paid for should cost, and what the description was, and just everything. And I also took a picture of the package with their name on it and the item that was actually sent to me, and basically just explained why it shouldn't have costed this much and why I want them sent back, and etc., etc. And it's been 4 days now, I think, and they have not responded. Now, in the meantime, while all this is going on, the original email that I sent out to what appeared to be the fake email address, they sent an email, and it does sound like two different people between these two emails. So this guy emailed me back and basically was kind of apologetic. It was only like 2 sentences, but they were like, you know, sorry for your inconvenience, and give us your order number and we'll try to track down your order and figure it out. So I gave them that, I gave them the order number from Walmart.com, and that's been like 4 or 5 days now, and they still haven't contacted me back. So at this point, I'm almost convinced that I'm pretty much stuck with these Targets. My sister getting ripped off, basically paying twice as much for this Target when she could have just gone down the road and bought the exact same Target for like $13. You know, like half of what she actually paid. So that's just very frustrating. And the reason I wanted the 8-inch Target is because when you're shooting with a rifle, which is what these are rated for, you have to be like at least 100 feet away or 100 yards away from your target when you're shooting it to prevent from damaging it. And most of my guns are iron sights, and I don't really care to actually put scopes on every single one of my guns because that would be stupid and expensive. So from 100 yards away, shooting at a 4-inch target, that's not a very big target to actually try to hit. So I wanted the 8-inch Target, which is something that I feel I could actually hit at 100 yards with my ARs, my Mini 14, Mini 30, my M1 Garand, all these guns that don't have scopes on them. Because typically when I'm shooting my guns with scopes, those are my hunting guns, and I just shoot at them, shoot at paper with them, so that I know where each individual bullet is actually hitting, and I can actually get a nice sized group. So these Targets are kind of useless, but I mean, I guess, you know, if these people don't contact me back soon, I guess I'm just going to be stuck with them, and I could still use them for pistols and maybe shoot at them with rifles, try, but I really wanted the 8-inch Targets, and I really didn't want to pay this much for a 4-inch Target. You know, I would have rather have paid a little bit more than what was paid here to actually get the 8-inch Target and actually have what I wanted. But it looks like I'm stuck with it. So I think I'm actually going to report this seller to Walmart.com and say, hey, this is a bogus seller. You know, they are massively overcharging for things that you actually sell for significantly less. So anyway, that's been my very frustrating experience with trying to get steel Targets. Hopefully I can actually find myself some decent steel Targets and I can actually do videos on them, because I was hoping that this video was going to be a nice positive kind of overview of the actual Targets, when instead it was just a story on how frustrating this experience has been. So don't buy from that seller on Walmart.com. Just go out to the store, buy it yourself, pay the extra few bucks, because I mean, if you try to find deals, you're probably just going to get ripped off anyway. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook, follow me on VidMe. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.